Hey guys, I want to go over a situation that will happen occasionally in today's tougher games. Want to make sure that you're recognizing and capitalizing on it when it does happen. It's kind of a leveling situation, so there's a couple different factors you're going to have to consider before you actually make the play, but I'll go over that in detail as we go through the hand. So, first part of the dynamic is you open the button and one of the blinds defends. So you get a super dry flop, 10 high, opponent checks, you c bet, and you get check raised. So the first part of the dynamic is your opening button, someone defends the blind. Second part is super dry flop. You do a standard c bet and get check raised. Now, on one level, you're not going to want to re-raise this flop very often. There's not going to be a ton that your opponent should have, and you're not going to want to bloat the pot too much with a 4 or a 10 or something like that. Um, that's on one level. Second level, of course, is um, a much better reg that understands that you understand that and will check raise to try and get you to spaz out or do something. But we're not going to spaz out. We're just going to call and use our position and see what happens on the turn. The other part of the dynamic is you want to make sure the person's obviously not a fish or can't fold or, is capable of making a play but isn't going to go completely nuts. So here we go ahead and refloat this check raise. Uh, Turn gets checked, and this is basically the spot that we're looking for. We're looking for a check and hoping that they didn't decide to do this with fives or sixes, sevens, all that kind of stuff, and just did it with ace high or king high or whatever. And we can bet, um, you know, roughly half pot or a little over half pot and get a fold and take down the pot. Um, and just give you an idea, the specific hand this player had in this case, so you can see it was 9-8. Um, you can go through and replay the hand again. So again, a couple of the specifics that you want to look for are your opening button, you get someone defending the blind, someone who's, you know, a reasonable reg. I would say someone who's not on the really good side of reg that is going to be on that further level, knowing that information about the flop and they won't have too much here. So um, that happens. You can call and reflat their hand. Now, obviously, most of the time it's much better if you have some really good backdoor outs, some overcards. This would be kind of on the bottom end of your range that you'd want to redefend at. The spot's not going to come up a ton, maybe every several sessions, but you definitely want to make sure you're aware of it, and because all these little pots are going to add up over time. So just pay attention and keep your reads going, and you should be able to pick off some of these spots.